Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be doing a walk around bits of Salisbury Plain training area, which is an unusual thing to do, certainly for me anyway. Salisbury Plain training area is actually the largest military training area in the UK. Roughly about the size of the Isle of Wight. I'm obviously not going to be walking around it all today, but I'm going to be walking around parts of what's called Westdown Artillery Range. It's a bank holiday weekend, so there's no live firing, and the place is dotted with some byways, etc. So I'm going to do a bit of a route. I'm starting on the outskirts of the village of Tilshead. Going to go past Westdown Camp, and then up onto the chalky grassland area in the general direction of Urchfont, across the top of the escarpment looking down towards sort of Market Lavington, and then back generally in the direction of Tilshead. I think it's roughly going to be 13 miles. I haven't done a walk for a long time, so that actually might be quite a challenge for me today. And the weather is forecast to be thunderstorms, so this could be quite interesting. It's cloudy at the moment, one or two threatening clouds, but the thing is, with thunderstorms you could be unlucky and get a load, and you could be lucky and get none, because they're just 2 or 3 miles down the road. So we'll have to wait and see. We're now entering probably the grassland. So Salisbury Plain training area encompasses an awful lot of natural grasslands. I think it's the largest area of natural sort of meadow grassland in northwest Europe. Some of these this landscape is pretty much remain unchanged for several thousand years. It's quite an ancient historic landscape. It is farmed in parts, but an awful lot of it is just left as natural grassland, where occasionally they'll have sheep or cattle grazing on it, but a lot of it is ungrazed as well. It's just left to nature. It grows so tall and then dies back again in the winter. Yeah, you can hear lots of bird song. I'm afraid I'm not very good at identifying what type of birds they are by their sounds, but hopefully you can hear some of them. So this is the edge of the impact area for Westdown Artillery Range. So in the distance there are some rusting hulks where obviously they fire the guns towards. So obviously you're not allowed in that area because there is the risk of unexploded ordnance in there. And also there's evidence here of I know certainly not last year because it was so wet, but the year before we had an awful lot of range fires. The plane was on fire for 3 or 4 weeks at one stage, I think, where the grass catches light. So here's some of the beaters to help put those fires out. Yeah, so if you are tempted to come up here for walks, as I say, when the red flags aren't flying, there are lots of byways to use, but you must stick to the byways. You can't go wandering off where you fancy, because the risk of coming across unexploded ordnance is quite high, and so nobody wants to get their lugs blown off, etc. And obviously Salisbury Plain Training Area is subject to an awful lot of bylaws, one of which is absolutely no camping. So yeah, don't be tempted to come here and do a bit of backpacking and camping out for the night, because you will get turfed off and you could even get prosecuted, because they are very keen on preventing that from happening. Here's evidence of some of the cattle they used to graze the grasslands. Got evidence of some of the rusting hulks that they aim the guns at down around here. I don't know if you can see those. And then, as you can see, just a total wilderness almost, as in just open grasslands. That's pretty much as far as the eye can see. Well, there's a hill there, so you can't really see over that, but yeah, you get the gist anyway. Well, we're going an hour now. That's just over 3 miles done. Yeah, it's fairly easy going, to be honest. We've hardly 1 or 2 ups and downs, but nothing strenuous whatsoever. A mixture of metal, as in tarmacy, concretey roads, and then gravel paths. So nothing too boggy or anything like that. I'll just spin the camera around so you can see the view I've got at the moment. Yeah, so I say, as far as the eye can see, basically is all part of Salisbury Train. I keep saying Salisbury Train, don't I? Salisbury Plain. Planes, trains and automobiles and all that malarkey. Yeah, thankfully no sign of the showers so far, although as you can see there is a fair bit of cloud in the sky, but there are also 1 or 2 patches of blue sky and a little bit of sunshine now and again. So yeah, quite happy with that. There's a bit of a wind, but it's not a cold wind, so I hope you can hear this over the wind noise. But no, it's what I call perfectly pleasant walking. Not too hot, not cold, and dry at the moment anyway. We're now at the top of what I think is called Redhorn Hill, which is a sort of above Archfont. I've got a view here looking out towards the Pewsey Vale and the Marlborough Downs. In fact, in the distance there you can see, I think it's Alton Barnes White Horse. Yeah, lovely area down there. But anyway, we're not going to go obviously towards that way. We're going to turn left now and head off along the byway in this sort of general direction of Market Lavington. We're not going to Market Lavington, but we're sort of heading in that general direction. But first of all, I think I'm going to find somewhere to sit down and have a cup of coffee. A bit windy, so I don't know if you hear this, but looks like somebody's getting a bit of soaking over there. I think that's probably the direction of Edge Devices towards Monksham way, I think. But yeah, obviously heavy rain, just a small shower. Thankfully, that's not coming the way we're going, because I think the weather we're having is coming from over there, which is pretty good. Reached roughly halfway point, or just over the halfway point of the walk now, so I'm going to stop and have a sandwich. But I'll just show you the view I can see from where I am. Sort of looking down, what Devices will be over there in the distance, and then scanning round, I think in the foreground is Market Lavington, looking out towards sort of Trowbridge way. But yeah, quite pleasant to sit here for 5 minutes. Just had one heavy shower, and of course as soon as you get togged up in all your waterproofs, it stops. But I can't bother to take them off, so I'll keep them on for a bit until I start sweating my pants off, and then obviously I'll probably have to take them off. Yeah, just reaching the last little bit of this plateau, where we're on the northern boundary of the Salisbury Plain, and then we're going to head back in towards Tilshead. So I'm just on the bit now, we're heading back towards Tilshead, probably about another, I guess 3 miles to go. Just had a text message of a mate who wants to go for a beer, so that usually makes me get a hurry up, and then I look behind me, or yeah, behind the camera, and you can see there's some massive big storm clouds. Looking at the weather radar, hopefully they're missing me, because that's sort of the direction over there as to where the weather's coming from. So we're right on the edge, so with a bit of luck we might miss these storms, but we'll just have to see what happens. But hopefully, yeah. So with the incentive of stopping off for a beer on the way home, I'll get a shifty on. There's a line of these, I don't know what, I think there might be lookout posts. There could be reservoirs, but they seem to have observation posts in them. But yeah, the one there, and one there. I don't know if the camera will pick out. Another one there. Another one sort of there. And then there's a very big one there. And a bit more rain blowing in the wind, but I don't think this is going to come to much. Not worth putting the waterproofs on for. Just crossing over the Southern Military Road. So this is a road that runs from Tidworth to Warminster. It's not open for civilian traffic, it's just for military traffic to keep them off the A36 and the A303. But yeah, it's quite a wide concrete road. On the last little stretch now, about another mile to go, I suppose, maybe just over a mile. Yeah, I've not filmed much in the last half hour or so because I've been trying to get a move on, beat this weather, and there hasn't been a huge amount to film anyway, to be honest with you. Yeah, but thankfully, as I said earlier, I think we just had a few splishes and splashes, but I think most of the rain is going round to the west of us, sort of over there. But yeah, however, I've got to somehow negotiate this squelchy mess. I think I'll have to take to the field. Sorry. The rain's coming in. Hopefully I'll make it to the car. I've only got about half a mile to go, so not sure I can run, but as fast as possible. Just got back to the car. Just a little bit of rain right at the end, but it didn't get too wet, thankfully. Feet are a bit tired now, but it was a good workout. Not the most interesting of routes as in for scenery wise or viewpoints, shall we say, but it achieved what I wanted to achieve. Was give me a good workout. It was just under 13.5 miles. Feet are tired, as I say, possibly even the beginnings of a hot spot on one of my feet, but I'm looking to hope and toughen them up a bit because I want to do a proper trail walk in the next few weeks. So yeah, need to get some serious training in, and this achieved its purpose. Anyway, hope it cobbles together into a sort of a half decent film, and I'll see you all again next time. Cheers.